Good morning, afternoon. How are folks doing? We are just getting set up and we will do some runs at the historic Metagame Challenge today. So it is up. We are going to get ready for YouTube. We're going to be playing a few different decks today, seeing how long the run goes, but hopefully everyone is having a good weekend and jump in for the YouTube recording. Welcome back, MTG Joe here. Today we are going to be playing the historic Metagame Challenge. We're live on YouTube, so we are going to be jamming some games. This is my favorite event on Arena. Historic's my favorite format, so we are going to try out a bunch of different decks today, provided the first one up we are going to play is Mono Red Madness. So how the event works, you pay 2,000 golds, you play till you lose a match, best 3. And you basically can progressively win more and more packs and more gold. So 30 packs is the goal. The break even is usually around the 2 win mark, where you basically get a pack for 500 gold. 3 wins, you get your entry back and you get 3 packs. We will give it a shot and see how this plays out. First deck we're going to try today. Don't think it's the best deck in the format, but it looked fun and it's something I want to try. I like playing Madness. So the big card we got in Jumpstart was Onji's Ravager. 3 mana, 3/3. It attacks each combat if able. And whenever it attacks, you discard your hand and then you draw 3 cards. The nice thing with this is you can cast it with Madness. So if it gets discarded, you're able to pay 2 mana and cast it. So you have things like Faithless Looting, the Flame Blade Adept gets bigger when you cycle. Just a bunch of different ways to discard, like looting. You have the Artillery Enthusiast, Fear of Missing Out, Inti lets you discard. Then just other ways to discard, you have Oliphant with cycling. Hollow One can be basically free mana to cast. And then we also got Marauding Mako, which gets bigger whenever you cycle or discard a card, basically, with the deck. You have Arena of Glory that can haste out like Fear of Missing Out, which is kind of cool. It gives you hasty extra turns as well. So the big thing we want to see is like how consistent the deck is, how it plays into things like auras, stuff like that. But we will give it a go. Like you can play, like I know John was just mentioning Grixis with like Psychic Frog. I want to try the mono red version, see how it plays out. Sideboard, I made some tweaks. I got the original list from Untapped and then just kind of swapped out some things how I wanted to play cards that looked like fun to me. So let me just rearrange that. So Graveyard Hate and Tormod's Crypt. We have Pithing Needle for activated abilities. You have Pyroclasm for the go wide decks, Meltdown for affinity or heavy artifact decks, Surgical Extraction for combo hate, Rending Volley for like auras, can be used against like the Ajani decks, stuff like that. There's also like Lithomantic Barrage that we can look at. The difference is like 5 damage versus 4, and then also being able instant speed versus sorcery. The thing with the Barrage is at least it has hits outside, so it can hit the red stuff. So that's something you want to consider in like auras. I switched Dampening Sphere in here for, instead of Alpine Moon, for both Mono Green and Lotus. And then the card I want to just try out. So I think in like the grindier games, if they bring in a lot of removal, stuff like that, when Onji's maybe not the best in terms of attacking into big creatures, then we have the Monument to Endurance, where you get a whole bunch of value when you draw a discard from the deck. So it seems like something that's cool. I want to give it a shot. It's a little light on removal, all things considered. Just 2 Molten Impacts and the Fiery Tempers, but you can churn through your deck pretty hard. The other thing is there's no, like, I guess your escape is your Detective Phoenix through Collect Evidence, but sometimes you might see Ox of Agonis in these lists in the past. Let's give this one a shot. We can play like spikier decks after the first round, but I've wanted to play this deck for a while, and what better excuse than a daily that's play red spells and an event where it doesn't matter, like the ladder, you're not pushing for a high rank. But give this one a go, see how it plays. Hope everyone is doing well. Did anybody get to their 7 wins? How's the best record you got in the Metagame Challenge thus far? Didn't end up getting a chance to play the qualifier, which was kind of disappointing, but we have the black-white Sorin pile that we can look at as well. So Yorion could be a couple different decks, control decks, stuff like that. Don't have a lot of enablers here. We have the Oliphant that can work. This can be an artifact and a creature. We can get this out on turn 2, so I think we still try this out. I guess the question I don't need the land right now, so I'm just going to cast the Root Walla. Lets me start poking in some damage. Because I want to try on turn 3 to have multiple cyclers that I can cheat out Hollow One. Yorion could be control, could be some sort of blink deck. We have looting here. The looting will discard 2 cards, so that only costs 1 mana. So draw. Obviously now having drawn the other one, but Hollow One on turn 2. Would get around like Divine Purge, stuff like that, which is kind of cool. I can loot again this turn if we want. I can do this. This would give me a creature in addition. I also just have the ability to pump some mana into here, just start pressuring them until they blink. Might just be like a Yorion pile. I think we attack in. If I do this, we could try Gamble. I think I only have 1 copy. I don't really want to play Mythics, or like pay Mythics for Gamble. So if I do this, this costs 3 mana, which is not enough. So let's, I think we can just haste this in. If I discard this, this is Artifact Creature. So this will give me extra combats, so let's do that. So then we do this. We'll fetch here. And then just hit them for a bunch. So even if this is like Yorion or something, they might have like Clarion, but it still leaves my Hollow One behind. The sequencing's a little, I think we got to play a couple games with this just to go. Like I probably should have kept the Hollow One in hand, but that allowed me to have Delirium, so it represented 10 damage, really. Which was good in that case. Let's just get pretty aggressive in that sense. They might bring in Graveyard Hate for us, which isn't the end of the world. We interact a bit with the graveyard, but we're not all in on the graveyard. In here they can have like Fragment Reality, but it's not really much. The Blazing Root Wallas can just represent 3 damage on their own. So most of the time this is like a 1 mana deal 3. Okay, so we got them. Good for showing. Good for showing. So in this matchup here, it's like a Yorion pile, I'm guessing. Or, it is a Yorion pile, but it's going to be probably heavy kind of interaction. I think we just get rid of the Moltens here. I think we still keep all our graveyard. We don't really have much for the control matchup. I think the Monument's probably fine. This is a sorcery, but we have the Faithless Looting as a sorcery. We could look at Surgical Extraction, but since they're a Yorion pile, I don't know necessarily what we're hitting in that. We didn't see a huge amount. It could be Bring to Light style strategy, which it looks like, but I think we just kind of play it out. Because even the thing is their sweepers are going to be likely one-ofs. They'll have, if they're Bring to Light, they'll have usually like a Supreme Verdict, since it can hit off Niv, but then they'll also have Sunfall usually, or a black 5 mana that takes away stuff. So the Monument can give us a bit of a grindy element if they bring in more creature removal, which this deck likely will. We just showed creatures. So when it enters, you may discard a card. If you do, seek a card with mana value equal to that. So we will keep this. And then I go basically discard the Root Walla. Get free cast here. And then this turn I can Faithless Looting. Can't quite Anji this turn. We just started, Will. So I think this hand, I do want to get Monument, so it's probably going to just be... Because this is going to be 2 mana, so I can discard both of these. I'm not going to get the value. But then I can at least play a hollow one out. I'm going to hold the arena right now so they don't see it. I like Madness. It's always been a fun deck to play. Next turn, I can... We have Creature, Artifact, Sorcery. Not quite, but I can get the Monument going, which is also strong. And then if I can get to 4 mana, because what I can do is I can sequence it, I think, where I can make the treasure first. We can bestow this. Collect evidence 6, but it will take out most of my graveyard. So let's attack first. See what they do. I want him to kind of blink first. Monument here. And now we can just start burning them out. This not creating... Oh, I guess this is multicolor now. They paid for it. Very, like, interesting mana base. Have you played it all, Will? We have Bolus. So we'll bestow this. It's fine. I'm going to create a treasure token here just in case we miss. So, oh, that's an enchantment. So let's exert here. FOMO out here. Let's make the opponent lose 3 life. Cast this for Madness. Here they have to decide, they're going to give me a second combat with Hollow One. They only have green mana up, so they can't really do too much, and then they're basically dead here, so they have to block my Hollow One. I guess they can take the Fear attack this turn, but then we put them pretty low in terms of life loss. And then I have Looting that can also just incidentally deal some damage. Force to block here. Any discard basically kills them at this point. And then we just have 3 damage here as well. This is self-enabling, so I can discard, this can discard. So they need to answer my board and kind of go from there. Let's see what they do here. They might have Helix. If they had Helix, they should have... all the triggers! Lose 3 life. Treasure. Draw a card. Monument's such a fun card. Alright, they're dead. Good shit. One oh. Opponent did nothing and died. We just cycled, went to town, happily took that victory. Those who just tuned in, the list we're playing, it should be up under my Untapped now in the events section. So Monument, discarding stuff, or Monument's in the sideboard for the grindier matchups, but Madness, cheat out stuff, smash in, a different take of like mono red aggro, but more of a discardy themed. There's no Bowmaster in this format. We could also have played Seasoned Pyromancer. That was something that could have been reasonable, because that gives you some card advantage. There's Fable the Mirror Breaker you can play. We're playing Anji instead. That's another way to kind of keep looting. But we'll see how that goes. We got the hollow ones out pretty early. It's also another type for fear of missing out. There's definitely a lot of ways you can build this deck. Not Rashid, another content creator. Was on like Chorus the last time, I think. So this hand has no discard, so I think we mulligan. Lands. Think here. I'm gonna do this for Delirium. Maybe should have kept that first hand. A little awkward. We didn't kind of go... We ended up dropping a bunch of stuff. I can discard this. I can do Detective Phoenix and then bestow it the following turn. This gives me enough, which is nice. And Collapse would be nice because it could kill Tameo in one shot. The Hushbringer is a bit annoying, but it's not the end of the world. We probably still need to take out Hushbringer here. This gives me sorcery, so I get an extra combat. So even with a Malta 5, we're doing pretty good here. They could have a sweeper here. They could have something like Divine Purge. Expressive. Got him. Missed the land drop. Got locked. So this matchup here, we want the monuments. I do think we want Rending, and they're likely on Flage, so we're going to play that. Coming out, they probably have Rest in Peace. Maybe Trim on a Phoenix. Sideboarding's hard with this deck. This still hits like Tameo and stuff. Inti's probably fine as a way to kind of channel through. Flameblade Adept's probably the weakest of our cards. How many lands do we play? 17, so that helps with the Oliphant. So probably trimming here. trimming there. Oh no, whatever. Run it like this. 61 card special. Early Mako goes hard. Alright. Mako on 1, Faithless Looting, discard double Brute Walla. Get a land. I think they have Surgical because they're getting priority. This is basically for Flage. Get a land. Come on. That's super annoying. 10 cards, couldn't hit the second land. This also shuts off my artillery from working. In the narrative, we might have to kill Hushbringer if we get... In the narrative likely means that they potentially have Flage, so I think that's fine. It also lets me save 2 mana that I can do at instant speed. Okay. Fragment there. So if they go either like another Thrall or Hushbringer, I can just Surgical something out of their yard. Kill it that way there. Tajik. I'll probably race this. So 5 mana. No, we're probably doing this. Discard here. Not quite enough for Hollow One here. With their life total the way it is. Do this. Faithless Looting, I can do it next turn. The 2 damage can kill the creature that they would get from Tajik here. No, the second mode gives you the one with Vigilance. Wrath the Skies. Sure. Tajik's a bit annoying. Need to try to draw a Monument. Discard, but it's not quite enough. Jeez. We are just not drawing anything today. Detective Phoenix could bestow, which is good. So I think we do that still. 16 cards, found 3 lands. Can't do much there. Surgical there. That does put him down to 8. Now the 4th mode does gain him 6 life through the Spark Trooper. Just not being able to get these hollow ones out has been pretty bad. Blade comes, so probably lost this one, but we'll get a little bit more information. Divine Purge as well, so that's something. So Purge does hit my, they're on 2 Tajiks, Doorkeeper Thrall, Fragment, Galvanic. They're full Wrath the Skies. A lot more creature dense, a lot more sweepers post board that we have to be mindful of. Probably just going to do this to draw a card. I think we're dead, actually. No, we're just dead. 6, 11, 13 exactly. Okay, so they do have surgicals. They do have a lot more removal. I don't think we want Crypt. Surgical's still probably fine. I think we just run it back. It was pretty unlucky, because the thing is, we can get, if we can cheat out one of our hollow ones, it's pretty good. We just weren't able to do so. Oh my god, give me a land. So dumb. So dumb. I think we need one more land in this deck. They have like Divine Purge, it's pretty bad, but kinda just have to do this. It's also bad if they have either Null Drifter or Flage. But we mulled to 5. Couldn't really do much. They could go Wrath the Skies. I think we still do this. I just want to put pressure on them. Probably cycle the Oliphant. Thins out my deck a bit. Hopefully gets me a little bit more action. You have Mako. Fine. Do that anyways. Another threat. I'm gonna hold the land here. If we draw Faithless Looting, it's good. They do have enough energy to kill my fear of missing out now. 3 backs. So we're definitely cycling that. Don't have... Even if I hit volley, it's at instant speed, so the only thing that would help there. How's it going, newbie? So all their energy there. Keep pushing here. Thin out our deck. Play a land, say go. Divine Purge is kind of annoying since they'll hit Phoenix here. Tajik, can poke him for 2. You ended up finishing at 3 wins, I think I saw. Hard cast hollow 1. Me 2 threats. I kind of want him to kill Detective Phoenix, or if we just draw another Detective Phoenix. The hard cast hollow 1 is not really the point of the game we're at. 4 here. They could Wrath the Skies for 3. It's actually fine because now they're dead. Unless they have Surgical. So how do we kill them here? We need... When it enters, you may discard a card. If you do, seek. Hold off on this. Super annoying if we just get him stuck at 2. We have 2 Fiery Tempers in the deck. We gotta get him before the Spark Trooper turn comes down. Bit annoying. Since they're gonna gain 6 now. If we had 1 more card in hand, it would have been good because I could have kept the... Actually, no, the artillery wouldn't have worked. We're gonna take 6 here. Super frustrating. I mean, we mulled to 5 in 2 games. They had to have Surgical there. That makes Monument really bad. Can do this. Aurelia comes. I'm gonna have to block Aurelia. Aurelia is 4 damage. It's 9, which is Xaxes. I just don't have an answer to that. I mean, we mulled to 5. Can't do much if you mull to 5. Tajik is a hell of a card. Let's do madness 2. I do want to make some changes, I think, to this. Count the packs at the end, but... So Flameblood doesn't really do much. We want something that discards on command. Like this one's a better effect since you can trigger it like whenever. And this gives you a free discard effect. 17 lands. We got a bit unlucky because I think we're overall okay. Like just drawing into stuff. Oliphant fills that. I guess Vista makes it a little tougher, so let's just play 2 Vistas. While it does add to Delirium. Bomat, I don't want to have to use mana. In Bomat, you have to attack a couple times. We also don't necessarily want to just discard our whole hand. I just want to selectively discard, which kind of works there. There's like Artist Talent, but we don't have a lot of effects. There's also like Season Pyromancer we can play, which also can be reasonable in the grindier matchups. Play like some copies of that. Chandra's probably too much mana. I don't think we need Meltdown. Against like heavy graveyard hate, it's a little annoying. So Needle we want. We have Surgical and Crypts for graveyard hate. Maybe just a Dampening Spear, just play 1. And then play 2 Season Pyro for the grindier matchup. Could also play Fable. Sideboard. Fable gives me a way to kind of combo with FOMO. Let's do some Fables on the side. I mean, if they didn't have Surgical there, we won the game. So they needed the Sweeper plus Surgical on a multi 5. I'm not convinced that this is the card though. We'll play another run with it. The fact it needs to attack is pretty bad. And like, you can't madness it out on 2 consistently. Which means it's still a turn 3 play. Which makes it a little bad. Where Fable, stuff like that, they're self-enabling. I think the Mako is a good thing. The Detective Phoenix is a good thing. There's like elements. We gotta see what works best. Their deck also had a lot of hate. We could go white and then play Flage as well, because having Flage in the deck gives you another angle, gives you some removal. I think we keep. It's a little annoying because I can't looting on 1, but I probably wasn't looting on 1 anyways. Don't have Spell Pierce. Don't have Spell Pierce. Don't have Spell Pierce. That's annoying. So I can discard something with that to cast 2 of those, so we'll do this. We really wanted an untap line there, obviously. I mean, I guess 17 is quite a little, but When you're drawing like 11 cards, you'd anticipate you'd hit another copy. This is like blue-white control, it's kind of bad. So the cool thing you can do is Madness is on any player's turn. So I can Madness this on their turn to get pseudo haste. But yeah, it's blue-white control. Might be wrong to discard my whole hand, but this hand ain't doing much. We're trying all the hollow ones and like no way to consistently get them out. I could haste my FOMO. Give me extra combats, get 2 discards going. Ah, I wanted to haste it. Damn it! I meant to exert. Meant to exert. We're just like not drawing lands. 15 cards, quarter of our deck. I understand we're less than a third, but and they have Emperor, so real weird variance with this one. We're kind of getting beat up in that case. Decline, decline. The fact that all our lands are Arena of Glory as well, like, is just hilarious. So I can Mako Detective Phoenix. So if they sweep here, I can do that. March there. Interesting one where go into here, try to kill that. I could looting here. I have enough in my yard though to like bestow a couple times. So we have only 1 instant. Just for delirium for the future turns. March. So this leaves me a creature behind, which is nice. I think I do want to hit a land here. Because I can Mako, use this as damage as well, which is nice. And if they kill my Detective Phoenix, it's not the end of the world.
protect the people.
Another looting. The fact that's been a couple pieces of exile has been a bit annoying. Ganjo's fine. Do this. We have the madness here. Kill this. And then next turn I have detective with Mako. So I have some options there. They are at 28, which is a bit annoying. I do want to keep a creature in hand just because it can give me another haste threat if they sweep here. An odd one. I wonder if they're on the White Sun's Twilight. I think this turn we do this. We exert here. Since we were going to discard the Mako anyways, I'm fine to play it. Syncopate there. So we could just get rid of Oliphant here, which is nice. The Oliphant's Detective Phoenix play really nice together because it's just 1 mana to enable it, which is kind of cool. And then here, even if they kill something, I still have Detective Phoenix in play. So I can looting the looting, which is okay. They exile something. Guess the question is, like, am I getting any value this turn? See if they exile, they can plus here.
Feel the energy of battle, then guide it with water. This is what you get for hurting my people.
I'm gonna pass because we're not gonna get any value from here. Even if I get like a madness enabler, it doesn't work. I've shown syncopate. This can hit my monument, but we'll bring in Fable post board. Probably bring surgical.
Remember your training.
Sunset Revelry, Union. Could also just be a potential clock damage game. Yeah, so with Anji, it's pretty good. Got the discards here. We'll exert here. It gets haste. This. We lose Inti, but I think it's fine. Them not deluging first is also good for us because it gives us at least the trigger to discard our hand. We're sending 2 things into the Wandering Emperor. Might have been right to send 3. And they just gain a bunch of life. 0 mana hollow one's also pretty nice, but I assume at this point they have 3 mana, so I could 1 mana out the haste. They sweep, so we're probably playing a land this turn. Just saying go. These Arena Glories are really good. Farewell. Oh, come on. So if I do this, it's 3 mana. I hate Farewell. I'm probably gonna have to cast like... We weren't getting the extra combat anyways, so just to poke in 2 damage isn't the best. I can cycle this potentially. Still have an Anji. We have 3 Detective Phoenix. Kind of losing some oomph, but also they've used 2 Wandering Emperors. I might be cycling here. The extra combat could be reasonable. The win condition. Just see what we got here. We gotta do this. We can block 2, we take 4. Oh, I can bestow this. I don't think bestowing makes sense. This one's a tricky match. Like, these aren't the sweepers you usually run into. Farewell maybe in some blue-white, but it's an odd version of the deck. Like a lot of basics. This seems like a port of a standard version of the deck. We'll get some clock damage on them at least. We could go Monument. They do have Farewell, which makes it a little annoying. They have the various kind of pieces. I'm just gonna make them go through some of the motions. The unions are also annoying because they probably gained them like 10, 12 life this game. And we likely lost this first one. Gonna land. We have Hullbreaker. More just to see what their win conditions were. With Hullbreaker, it closes the clock fast enough. Okay, so Fables, probably want Surgicals. Monument. Fiery Tempers could come out, they're pretty slow. And Collapse could come out, it's pretty slow. This deck might just be too inconsistent. You can do powerful things, but you're just not consistently doing them, and then keep this one. Maybe. Let's try. I mean, we don't have Hollow One in our opener, so probably a good start. A Naked Inti's kind of bad, but Fable's a nice one. I have March in hand. 2-for-1 themselves there. Hopefully it's just tap lined here. I can sneak Fable down. I mean, I know they've shown Syncopate. I have to jam Fable here. Okay, that's fine. That's a terrible use of the card. Discard both of these, cast Anjis for free. We get looting as well, which is nice. So we'll see what they do here. I have the mana to looting out another one, but I think we're just going to play it safe this turn. So in this case, love an Arena of Glory, didn't draw one. So I can FOMO. How much do we want to go in? Because I'm going to have to discard my hand. We're going to get a new hand. How much do I want to use the mana now? So I think what we're going to do is FOMO. Discard. Get a land. Get rid of Oliphant. Because this kind of forces them here. They can't fare well this turn either. Yeah, I'm probably madnessing one of these. Syncopate here. Gonna get rid of Union of the Third Path here. Their Mind Splice Apparatus deck. They're running 3 Farewells. White Suns. Okay, so they don't have smaller sweepers, and they only have 2 Wandering Emperors. So I'm safe this turn to also basically just dump my board. Okay, so we got info. That was helpful. They can't interact before then. Alright, so if they're only playing 2 copies... Mind Splice... I wanted flute, because flute naming farewell could have been big. We don't really care about volley. The white sun, if they're going to white sun us, they're going to white sun us. Think we're okay like that. Just run it back. It's an interesting one. This deck's got a lot of lines to it. I don't know how much I love it, but it's got fun elements. I'll keep. No free cast stuff here, but I can Mako on 1, which is strong. Alt. Folks in chat, how's it going? Anybody get 7 wins? Fun, so looting here. Rootwalla, FOMO. And then that lets me cast Hollow One. And then next turn I can looting Anji. No Arena of Glory is annoying, but I think that's fine. You need to play the land here. Detective, Anji. That's 10 ball. They could Wandering Emperor next turn, but I still get combat. I think what we do we surgical on upkeep here. They do have Wandering Emperor, they do have Union, they do have Farewell. Nothing changed otherwise. Okay, so we're gonna get Emperor next turn. Is annoying. So now I need to try to push as much damage as possible through. I think we might be okay. If I get rid of this, do I not have enough to bestow? I don't. That's annoying. Wandering Emperor comes down here.
I'm not overconfident. You're just underwhelming.
They exile Anji. I do this.
I am almost sad to see you go.
Pass a turn. Oliphant gets me enough in the graveyard. They make a token here, but I can get 2 combats.
Keep watch for intruders.
I can give it flying into combats, which is good. Fetch the land. Thin out my deck. I think we hold looting just in case. I probably should have kept that land. But that should be lethal now. Hollow one running it back. All right, we got it. Big ol' hollow one. Love to see it. Groda, thank you for the sub. Folks, if you are new to the channel, subbing's free, easy, helps out. So definitely drop a sub, helps things out. On the board. Oh my god. Why can't we have a hand with just one land even? I think we put artillery away. We can artillery root Walla here. They are spy. Gotta kill them as fast as possible. Okay, so they win next turn. Is very annoying. It's more of a meme deck. So Spy's gonna come in, it's gonna mill over their whole library. And then what they're gonna be left with is a whole bunch of things being dredged in. They'll mill over Progenitus. So we bring in playing a Witch Enchanter, Sylvans, Eldritch, Spies, Haywire Might. We lost Ormon's Crypt, Pyroclasm, Surgicals. Another one where if naming Flute would be helpful. So Molten Collapse doesn't actually do anything here. Neither does the Fiery Temper. When they're gonna combo off, they're gonna combo off. So this is basically a match where the decisions largely don't matter. Do we have the Graveyard Hate or not? And then from there, kind of seeing what happens. Game we win. So they can Haywire Might, which they've shown, so we'll just pass for now. No discard's kind of annoying. Let them play out their spell on 2. This one that gives them the option to pay. Fine. So we do have Detective Phoenix. Can't bestow yet, so I mean, it's more damage. Very awkward. No discard effects. Carry added. Almost pretty decent. I can haste it out, but I'm not really pushing damage with it, so. Yes. I think we're binning Anji here. I just want to have surgical. The surgical, I can get rid of Creeping Chill. And it just gives me 2 ways to kind of combat them. This deck's very much a meme deck. They probably don't even have a sideboard. They're also playing over 60 cards. It's going to get you sometimes. Any kind of all-in combo deck. All-in Ritual. Alright. Didn't anticipate running into that. So, unfortunately, opponent's graveyard. Not gonna get him now. Progenitus doesn't give me a chance to interact, it just instantly shuffles. Same with Darksteel. Might just not be able to kill me in time, hopefully. Is that the only calling ritual they have? So they have a 1 of calling ritual that they got me with. That's super annoying. Getting got by the 1 of. So they still get some creatures back. Fortunately, Because they can just keep resetting their turns. No, Pyroclasm's not enough. I hate losing like this, because like your decisions didn't matter, right? We got beat by the one of Calling Ritual, so they had it in their opener, playing more than 68 cards. So when you get beat by like such variance, that it's just frustrating. It's nonsense. Nonsense. All right. This one's probably way too inconsistent for this. Let's run a black-white pile. Just okay. Let's see what we're gonna play. Probably some black-white Overlord. We've been doing well with this. So we have that with Ketramos. We have the Emperor of Bones. I think we play 2 Emperors. I did want to play 1 Necrogoyf against Fragment Reality decks. Nethergoyf. It just gives us something that we can cascade, like, flow into. There is like Archon of Emeria that we can play instead of Deafening Silence. But also, I think instead of Silence, we're playing Dampening Spear. Spear. Give this one a go. $19, $20, $23. Still got 1 spot. So, I guess the question is, do I want like another 1-drop interaction spell? We have 6/1 mana removals. We still have the portable holes in the side, which I like. So probably just another vacuum here. Run it like that. That's super frustrating. Which Selesnya, Devotion or? You gotta be more specific than Selesnya. Like, is it the Devotion you're looking at, or which one are you referring to? Selesnya Devotion's a strong deck. You'll lose to stuff like aggressive decks can be a bit of a problem, or as stuff like that. But you have a lot of hate for combo pieces. Can't find lands today. We can't find anything. This hand looks good. So I think we are going to hopefully just draw a land. I can set up the Thoughtseize to Ketramos line. You know what, let's put Thoughtseize back. We'll keep Fragment in hand. Would have loved that as a 7, but I think the Ketramos Ghost Vacuum line could be good. Starter deck. Whenever a samurai or warrior you control attacks alone, it gets +1/0 till end of turn. I'm probably going to trade here just because it gives me fuel for my Ketramos. Probably going to be a little bit of a free one. Post vacuum. Draws us a card. We got Overlord for next turn. So we got our engine going. We can fragment. So this is just like a samurai starter deck. A little bit of bullying gonna go on. So this is Vampires 0/0. Fill our graveyard here. And back for next turn. See what we draw here. Another Alenda. This one tapping is probably going to be more annoying. I should have done this turn. It's iffy because it gives him another attacker this turn. I can save some life. I would have drawn another card. First strike, whenever attacks alone and tap. First combat, you get an additional. It'd be a no for me, dog. Trample, haste, whenever attacks alone. See what we get here. Just want to see for removal, giving me that idea in terms of options. So let me see what's in their hand. Don't want extra combat triggers. Probably don't want trample. I guess this is actually probably still better. Just given that it'll gain me some extra life, give me more blockers. Work out pretty nice in that regard. We can start reanimating their stuff too. And tap down 2 of my blocker. Give something indestructible. (7/1). I think because this is a vampire, so I can just throw it at that. So I think we're just going to take the 7 here. So sack a vampire. Get rid of their trample. This. And we want to just see what information we get. Okay, just more Alendas is not what we... They can trade with Alenda here. I have Felia here. Felia can blink my Overlord. Whenever a samurai or warrior you control attacks, you get something from the spell book. And sack to give it indestructible. I mean, I don't think they can kill me. See what we get here first, because I can fatal push. Fragment's good. Three. So gain 7. I can Overlord. Can Overlord something back. I can blink my Alenda. That puts another card into exile. And blink this new Overlord. I also have access to Juggernaut, but I think just going another Sorin here is the safest. Get rid of you. Just a double strike here. Probably should have done that first. Do this. This gives me 7 now. Just seeing if I hit like another removal spell. Okay, so we're just gonna kind of run away with it now. Ketramos is active. We go to town. So Blood Baron's very strong. They have a lot of white creatures, the Toxic Deluge, Portable Holes. So just kind of all the removal coming in this matchup. The Ghost Vacuums are fine. Ketramos is a bit slow, and we probably don't want Thoughtseize in this matchup. I think we run it like that. Just kind of play into the big stuff. Hey, Jamie, if you go to my Untapped, you can find it there. Unfortunately, YouTube doesn't let me do prompts, but let me grab the... We just made minor tweaks. You can find it on my profile after. I went 1 Viconia, 2 Ghost Vacuums, and then I added another Goyf in there, cutting 1 Vein Ripper. And then I switched the Deafening Silence in the sideboard to Dampening Spear. Fine. Witch Enchanter tapped, and then we go Felia on 2, cast the Overlord, attack, blink the Overlord, get value. There's Scry on. Trying to get that immediate value. We'll take a hit here, but I think it's fine. Not having trample is a bit annoying. Felia here. Fragment's also nice. This. With illegal. So the One Ring has been nerfed in Historic. So it's still 4 mana, but it requires 1 mana to activate. Not free to activate. Probably just... Do I even give him a... Yeah, I probably just do. Now. Give him a block. You do +1 if it attacks alone. I mean, Alenda's the big one. Probably just doing Alenda. Try to find Sorin. Faithful. Fine. I think we're taking 5 this turn. If I don't find Sorin here, I have a Gonjo for it. I have Felia. Did I mill anything big other than the Overlord? So probably just Felia. That's 5 coming in. They're gonna just attack with 1, so it's pretty safe. Do this. We're about a third through our deck. Oh yeah, there's not really any. The only one that's close is the Jeskai Lotus control. Some of them will play the One Ring in it. We're gonna take a point of damage here, but get some that way. Alright, well, hopefully we find a Sorin. Jeez. He's not giving us a Sorin today. Get rid of Portable Hole here. They can get Juggernaut. I don't really care. The question is... Probably still Felia over Baelmerk, because I can attack, and then I can also do this and cast Sorin next turn. So it gives me like the most amount of views. In a pinch, it also gives me another blocker. I have to be mindful that some of my mana base is a little bit painful. But getting rid of the trample is important. So playing a little dangerously. Find a Sorin. Wow. We just can't catch a break. Eater. Gotta find a Sorin. Finally! Thank you. So they'll eat Felia here, but I just cheated St. Alenda. That's game over. Blow up the Juggernaut. Just taking it, not even blocking there. Opponent likes to live dangerously. Here, invoke to define, so we get him that way there. Okay, so played against a starter deck. You don't like winning those, but it's a win nonetheless. Back into it. So we played the Mono Red Madness. Loris. I think we keep this. Bit iffy. Obviously they have Thoughtseize. This is Auras. It's a bit iffy, but just see, because if I can get a Lenda, we have some looks at that. This also fuels Nethergoyf, which is nice. Still don't know if it's energy. That's actually pretty cool, because wanted Sorin. Might take the land here over the Peddler. I guess I could like mess up their stuff, but I think I want to try to keep this Witch Enchanter as potentially a removal effect. So 12 cards, didn't see it. Protect there. Second Sentinel. So double Spirit Dancer. I mean, we can just take the Sentinel's Eye. Since they have two, I think that's the line. It makes their plays worse. Okay, just need to find Sorin. And take their second Spirit Dancer here. Really like. Giver's gonna be annoying. Thank you. I think I have to get rid of Giver here. I should have probably shocked this in. Not giving him a card there would have been right. Could disenchant. I could Faith's Feathers, but they give it protection and then it can attack. Whereas at least Faith's Feather... I'm gonna still hold on to this because it can blow up something. Second Spirit Dancer. Armor. Second Giver. The Giver is going to be annoying because of protection. So 4, 7, 9. Before they get the protection up. And that leaves me some stuff behind. Oh, this got first strike. I forgot about that. Forgot about that. Get rid of second Sentinel here. This one's going to be a bit back and forth. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Still think we hold this. If we draw a land, it's good. This is also coming off next turn, so it gives me another threat. We're at 28 life. If they focus on Sorin, it's not the best. They can't give pro white, which is good. Now they can give pro white for the other giver of runes. Kind of churning here. I kind of want to save like the Witch Enchanter for like a Sheltered by Ghosts. I think we just let that happen.
This is not my final demise.
Fragment's good. They're gonna give something pro. Auto pay here. They're gonna get a card draw, but we get to chunk them for a bit. And now this comes off. This can attack, and it gets me back my Sorin, which can get me another Alenda. Cool, 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 cool. Portable holes. I keep forgetting that we do matching. Vanishing, and then we do Blood Baron. Toxic Deluge can also be reasonable. Ketramos too slow. Ghost Vacuum too slow. Iconia not really needed. Probably trim on the Thoughtseize. Probably don't want any Thoughtseize. Play it like that. There's like with Dampening Sphere, it's interesting because you can play it to slow them down from chaining multiple things together. But otherwise, it's not the best card in those matches. Keep this. What we choose to portable hole will be interesting. We got 2 threats. If they just go like pause, we're gonna take that out now. Getting light pause off is important. Second light pause. It's a bit scary since they can tutor up stuff. Third light pause. Alright, I would love a Sorin, I would love an Overlord, I would love a piece of removal. The triple light pause draw, no auras. Giver is a good one there. Not bad. I will take Felia. I should have attacked there. It was free. So I can blink the portable hole. For 2 sheer, target creature can't block. I can get ethereal armor. Gonna go Luris to hand here is my guess. So here, actually an interesting one, because I could Emperor get rid of the ethereal armor, but they get the Luris back. I think what we're doing here, back with both, portable hole. They lose one here. I actually think here do this. Amped Raptor is annoying. A Pithing Needle there. They named Sorin. Yeah, that's where Dampening Sphere come in. It was the same as Deafening Silence, but it's better against the Nykthos decks because they play a lot more creatures. They name Emperor of Bones. Certainly a decision. Get a Ganjo for 2 mana. Yeah, that's actually pretty sick. So Fatal Push. Get rid of Light Pause. Attack. Target Overlord. Oh, I messed this up. That's not what I meant to do. Oh, they're just gonna give it to me? Okay, we'll take that. I was thinking, I forgot I had to block. It's been so long since I cast a Ganjo. Alright, we're on the board. Played kind of sloppily, but we take those. 2-0! Good old doggo. We're seeing what the deck can do. This is the one I've had the most success with. Alright, Browning is a good player. I think they're probably... They usually play like aggressive decks. So no companions, so assuming no auras. It could be on Lotus. They could be on a Sorin pile like us. Oh no, they do have Lurrus. So they're on auras. They go first. This hand's kind of slow if they're on auras. Probably Emperor back. I don't love this hand from the speed of it. Oh, we just got the combo. Okay, I take everything I said back. We'll Overlord here. Light Pause. So hopefully they go Sheltered by Ghosts here. Try to take out my Overlord, then I could Saint Alenda and get them. Depending on how they tap out, they might have Shard Mage Rescue, which would be a little annoying. Could be likely Shard Mage, so... Gonna do here... Alenda here. I think we get rid of the flying. The way they played out this turn makes it seem like they have Shard Mage. So they can attack Sorin. Yeah, called it. The flying, it'll be what gets me, in a way. And if they get rid of my Alenda here, I can Witch Enchanter the Sheltered by Ghosts. Drawing 3 Sorins is one too many. probably let Sorin die if they want to attack it. Another ethereal. The 1-mana ones don't give them trample. I think into me I do it. So the protection is what's going to be it. Vigilance. So this is just going to be like 4 power. I think I'm kind of forced now. I have 4 Sorins. I think we're kind of priced into doing it this turn. Oh, they have double armor. So if they have the Sheltered by Ghosts now, they get me. They can't give pro white though. Doesn't matter. Yeah. Good. We are kind of stuck there. First, portable holes in. Thoughtseize out. Ghost Vacuum out. In. Petromos. We just didn't have like much action there. Because if I hold one more turn, I thought they had one attached to it. Them having the second, my thought was to get rid of enough that I could attack in and make another body. So even if they sheltered there. But 3 Sorins, 1 Sorin, probably 2 Sorins too many. Because then it's just a cat and mouse game. It was right to not target, to get rid of the aura on it. It was still right to get rid of the flying because they would have been evasive and I wouldn't have been able to push through. But good combination of cards. If we had a piece of removal, would have worked, but would have been risky otherwise if we Faith's Feathers because we don't gain the life, they untap and then they can. But more removal post board. And it's much better. Play the Courtyard first, gives me access to Fatal Push if they go Giver. I don't really care about Esper Sentinel, like to kill it in a sense. I think since we drew the second one here, I'll probably do this. The next turn I can Viconia and play that. I think we still kill here. play the tap land. Kind of a 2 for 2, but the giver nullifies my other removal. So I think prioritizing killing that is correct. I think we'll do that. Because if they cast Luris here, I want to eat at their graveyard. Luris can be a bit of a problem. But we could thankfully control it okay. Like pause. Sentinel. I'm a little confined here where do this. Not gonna block with Viconia. The black one. Too much. So they can like cast Luris here, but it doesn't do much. Another light pause. Come on. They're just all creatures right now. Hit Fatal Push. I mean, we drew the removal, but that's now quite a few creatures. And Giver, so they have the protection. Just taking out their graveyard. We're gonna take another 5 here. Could try silent clearing, but I think it might just have to be Vein Ripper turn. I'll name Sorin here. The Toxic Deluge should be the best. Crack that. Take 5. Alright, well, we gotta try to go land next turn, untap land. Hope that works. Untapped land, baby. Give me an untapped land. And they got sheltered here. The top decks are good, because now they just give pro, and then I lose. So they don't see it. Oh, it's got Menace. That one was frustrating. No, we were just going to lose that first game. Like, we had to kind of pace it out, but we weren't going to scale it to enough damage. What a top deck. What a top deck. Run black-white one more time. I mean, they had to have the right answers at the right spot there. It's going to happen to us. We were able to control their Luris, but they drew multiple copies of their threats if they had just drawn other effects. So I think in this case, I am going to Thoughtseize first. This is life gain. I'm gonna get rid of the Orator. Another starter deck, kind of bullying. Life gain starter deck. 90 card special. So Ophelia here. Set up the combo. Probably just Juggernaut here. We can also get Ketramos going. So they're gonna Banishing Light my Overlord, but I could blink their Banishing Light. So we got ways to kind of get them that way. Esper Sentinel. Card. Here's a Vein Ripper. We'll blink our Sorin just to put more loyalty on it. But they're gonna have to kind of start blocking or they die. We will get Emperor of Bones. Engine's going nicely. We can take out whatever their 3 mana removal is, but they kept a very iffy hand. Vanishing Verse. How about the card that has protection from their deck? Probably playing it the same. Thoughtseize could come out. Ghost Vacuum. Probably Felia. This one, they're a little bit grindier, so I don't mind having the Ketramos in here. You have the Sorin Vein Ripper. Probably just Emperor of Bones comes out. That way. Alright, combo. Seeker of the Heavens. Folks, if you are hanging out in chat, remember you can subscribe for free on YouTube. Free, easy, helps out. Hit the button. Almost better to play Blood Baron. Celestial Unicorn. Let's just do this. That helps him hit a line drop. I lied. We're still gonna play Belinda. I might just draw a card. They don't really have huge amounts of ways to gain life. I could take them off their life gain thing, actually. I mean, there's probably no wrong way to play this game, but alas, we'll take the free win. Protection from your deck. They should really put a warning for new players. Or like starter decks, like, you shouldn't do this. This is a bad idea. We're gonna get roped now. I mean, no one forced you to play this, opponent. Nobody forced you. We will be up 1-0. Yeah, it just, like, it's a bad experience for everyone. Like, they're using gems or golds to play in this. Like, I'll take the free win, but from a content perspective, this is not really exciting. Get going back. Play Goif. They go. On it. You can just move on with your life. I mean, I do like some of these emotes that we got with the achievements. In this case here, like, there's sometimes disconnects, but as soon as we interacted with them and we got the cards out, they suddenly started roping. Preemptively, I'm very confident in the fact we are winning this game. 1-0. We got him, folks. We got him. Run it back. Probably play a frog deck after this. Have some fun with one of those. We can do Sorin Frog, we can do Midrange Frog. Probably Midrange. Yeah, it's come up recently with the Overlord kind of blink package. It's a strong deck. The fact this can hit you lands and stuff is really strong. Pulled up Fatal Push just because depending on what they play out, this might play on too. So let's do this. Abzan, don't quite know. Energy Control is a reasonable deck. Is it the lotus version? Yeah, I keep the record. Everything is transparent. You can look at my Untapped. Every game I play, like on PC, is tracked. We are 9-3 with this before. Okay, so Amalia combo. Fatal Push this. We need to keep up instant interaction. Amalia. They could have Rally in their deck. So we might want to play a Bogart Trawler. You come in, you +1, they do that, they go Coco, I still have the mana up. Fine.
I drink only the finest. Blood calls your soul.
We gotta start chunking some damage into them. They're gonna gain life, but I don't think they can kill my Sorin this turn. Out of souls. Kill Amalia here. That's 2 Amalias down. We do have to be mindful. They could have a 3rd Amalia, which if they have it in the top 12, they could have Collected Company. These are all cards that opponents can have in this game. We are at 8 life. That's also a bit of a concern. I mean, if they have the Coco, they're going to have the Coco. If we can play around that. Graveyard. We have access. This is coming down the following turn. We're 15 cards deep. A vampire off the top would be good. Happily trade here, but they're not going to want to trade off a combo piece. None of you are instantly vampires, are you? No, you are not.
Blood calls to your soul.
That one's actually pretty good because it can break up the combo. I could steal their Guide Us Souls, but I think we're just doing this right now. Overlord comes back because I can break up the Enduring Innocence dying. Thank you, Francis. Just need a vampire. Luris. Mainboard Luris. So I can still gain like 5 life off this, play the second Sorin, but I actually think we are just gonna attack in first here. Perfect. Yeah. Exile here so they don't get it. Then we will Sorin here. It's actually an interesting line because the Luris attacking and those attacking don't actually do anything, so I think I'm just going to draw a card here. Nothing I controlled died. But that's fine. We can break up the combo. This helps me if I want, but we'll just play out the land, I think. The Fatal Push should pretty much lock this up for us now. We can break up the combo. Green Devotion with Book of Exalted Deed. Nice job. How are you casting it? Like, how are you generating enough white mana for Book? Or you mean mono white devotion? We have a Peddler in our graveyard. Getting that back can let us see what opponent's on. I know they've been stuck on 3 lands, but we've also drawn 6. Everybody just gonna rope us today?
Our fiends thirst for life.
Attack in here. Petromos is pretty sick. But I think the safe line... We're already ahead on board. What we want to do is just not lose the game to this combo deck. Plus, I could just make a copy of Ketramos with the Ghost Vacuum eventually. So, multiple lively dirges. And an Aether Flux Reservoir. Okay. So they are heavy on the combo. So I can sack the Vampire, doesn't do enough to kill them. Probably just cycling the Silent Clearing. The Lively Dirge would be 5 mana, search for library, return up to 2 target creatures from your graveyard. So the graveyard is something that we do want to contend with. They've played a number of cards in terms of graveyard hate or graveyard use, so having the main board vacuums, the Elendo are all good. So here, Toxic Deluge, Vanishing Verse, Blood Baron could be reasonable. I don't think we want Flute. Surgical could be good. I'm just going to add a bunch of cards and then we'll kind of take a look. Because if I get Surgical, one of their combo pieces, it's nice. Emperor of Bones, probably not. Thoughtseize, probably not. Vanishing Verse hits a bunch of their stuff. I think it's better than the Vein Ripper. But I guess if they combo, the Vein Ripper could be good. Because like if they sweep the board, then it works. Peddler's fine. Probably trim a Ketramos. All the removal's good. Probably Nethergoyf comes out. And maybe it is just trimming the Vein Ripper. Or maybe we just trim Ophelia. Might be a little difficult with Ophelia to attack in. Just kind of assume the control role. If we are assuming the control role, then maybe playing another Ketramos is good. Just because with the graveyard hate. Yeah, we're going to try Surgical. Just kill one, Surgical. The only way we lose these games is if they combo at instant. Untap. Yeah. I'm just... Okay, so we have 2 lands and the combo with graveyard hate, so I think we're good. We also have a sweeper if needed, so in 2 turns we just need to draw 1 land. I think is reasonable. Don't Thoughtseize me, bro. Perfect. Combo established. Okay, well they can combo kill me this turn. Or they can at least combo me this turn, but then we just Saint Elenda, kill the Amalia. Innkeeper here. Okay, so they're gonna go through the loop here, and we're dead because they kill my board. So they had it on turn 3, perfect. Don't think we want Thoughtseize. Ophelia. I mean, we had them with our turn 3. They had their turn 3. Their turn 3 requires 3 pieces. Ours requires 2. We had any of our 1 mana removal, we're fine. think we still keep this. I do think I'm going to lead on Baelmerk first. Aspect surely with Deluge. This just digs me deeper to a combo piece. So they could theoretically combo me. So the question is, do we wait a turn, see what's in their hand, kind of get them that way, or just start going with Elenda? Because they can gain a bunch of life, but they can't kill me, which is probably fine still. I think what we're gonna do. We Elenda here. I'm just gonna draw a card. Faith's Fetter against Guide of Souls doesn't actually do what we need it to do. Getting more line drops can be good. Both of us have been comboing on curve, which is nice. So what we're able to do here is I can sweep the board and then have Fatal Push also up. So I think I want a Gonjo more than I want the other one. And this is X3. So we attacked first. That way we could gain more life. Opponent seems like a good sport. Life. Okay, so you're kind of playing it in that way. Don't think we care about Fatal Pushing that. How about you show me what's happening in there? Let's start like that. We got Luris, we got Aether Flux. We're pretty much done here. I guess we had lethal. I wasn't even paying attention. It's fine. It's fine. We're good with our fatal pushes. Explore here, and they're dead. Gabriel, thank you for the sub. Alright folks, I'm just going to run to the washroom very quickly because we've been on for almost 3 hours now. We're 2-0 with this one. I will put the list up. I will be back in 1 moment. So deck we're playing. I'll be back in 1 moment. We are back. Continue our quest to 7 wins. Anybody get 7 wins in chat? Nice. What were you playing, Hella? Okay. 1 land. Ghost Vacuum. Chances are this is auras. No fire, no steel. In this case, I want to get rid of Goblin Oh, he's got 2 bombardment, so get a Johnny. With the donation, we did, so pre-tax, we did 691, and then post-tax, it was just a little under 500, but I just topped it up to 500. Awesome. That's the one we lost to the previous match. So this looks like budgety. Not the best, we prefer Elenda, but Bane Ripper against the Bombardment deck could be pretty good. The Fire Prophecy is not as good as the Volcanic Spite. Okay, so they're on auras. So Portable Holes, Deluge, Vanishing Verse. I probably still want Viscopa, just so this one's tough because they have bombardment that can kind of get around it, so probably not. Stone of Erch. Let's get rid of Thoughtseize. Ghost Vacuum. Harmonic Heteromos. Probably Emperor Bones is the worst of these kind of options in here. Play the big stuff, trim on the little stuff, have the sack effects. Kind of go from there. Maybe 2 Ketramos, but even, yeah, we'll still keep an Emperor. Emperor can be okay. Taking a Johnny there was a nice one, just kind of breaking up their curve. Burn together, brother. They'll go first here. They had a little bit more removal in theirs. Volcanics, or deal 3, shuffle the cards, not usually played in the lists. There is a case potentially to play Flute to name Goblin Bombardment. I think if we just answer it, we have Vanishing Verse and Portable Hole and Viconia, which can all help. I don't know if they announced the format yet, how close they do to it. I know they had the event listed in terms of playing it, but I don't have that time. Maybe after the Pro Tour this weekend they'll announce something in that case. Getting roped again. This entire run we've just been getting roped like crazy. Get our third win, then we're up. So we get our entry back, and then we... Fine. They have a Johnny here. They had an effect for 1 win. Ideally, like they play a Johnny, I kill a Johnny Ailmark here. What we don't want to see is bombardment, and then it's like we still have to be proactive, I think, get Bailmark out. I have a box of Duskmourn right behind me. I'm drafting with friends and it's just eating me. I just want to open it up. I need my fourth Bailmark and paper. Fine. Stone's pretty good. I think we just play it. Turn. Play out Stone. I can kill the Guide of Souls if needed. They might have Fragment here, but they didn't have a target before. They could also have Surgical, which is giving them the priority window here. 2 more minutes than us. This basically nullifies the Johnny flip, which is important. Come on. They could have Static Prison. If they prison the stone, it's fine. That takes most of their turn. Anyways, we can cut them off energy. Used almost 4 more minutes than us and have taken fewer game actions than us. Too much clock. Like, how do I have 0 timeouts? They still have 0, but have used that much more clock than us. I'm gonna do this now before they get the ping. Surge of Salvation. There. Sorin. Belia's nice. There's also Wish Enchanter. I think we go Felia here. Got our land. So if you hover by the little clock here, this board, oh, it's actually, one sec, the score here. So if you go where this clock is, you'll see the chess clock here. So they're at 24:32, and if we hover over ours, we're at 28. So opponent's getting priority because of Goblin Bombardment. So every time it goes to their turn, but they're slowly losing time. But I don't know if they're purposely roping, they're having connectivity issues. Get lost there is fine. They want to spend time blowing up stuff that doesn't matter. That's okay with me. I'm gonna bail mark here. Can help me either just find another land. I can shock in, play Felia. Oh my god. How did they get a timeout? They've used so much block. Alright, you've blown up all my stuff. The next turn I can also just Emperor of Bones. All my Overlords are in the graveyard. It's funny. Lurrus actually doesn't do anything. They've had enough. They've had enough. 3-0. 3-0. That was a case of overboarding, bringing in like get lost for my... Once the enchantment's in play, you basically have 5 turns. The way from opponent's side, they should have prioritized holding that for my Alendas or my Swords. But in that case there, they overboarded and they lost some of the density of their deck, where, you know, usually you want your Amped Raptors and stuff like that to put some pressure on me. It's supposed to be the aggressive deck. Kind of misjudged what element they were in that. Yeah, so I think in that case, they kept coming back. The mono white opponent we played against, they just went away. So another Lurrus deck. All Lurrus all day. So here I think we are gonna Thoughtseize first, because then I'd like to Felia untap Overlord. So this is auras. I want to take one of their threats. So here I think we are gonna take, I think it's still Light Pause. Like, they can give protection, but I can Fatal Push the Giver after, where when they're playing this on curve, they probably wait like another turn. Likely don't attack here, because they could also Shard Mage, so that's not like free attack. Sentinel here. Do you think I preemptively shock here? Just because I have Fatal Push, so depending what they do. Great. Could get rid of Giver of Ruins. But I think what we do... Yeah, I think it's just how things align. Like, because we have the face-up information Shard Mage, Giver of Ruins is the card that can provide some challenge. Actually, can't protect it now. I think if I was them, I would try to almost kill my Felia, because now my Felia is going to scale. We're gonna go Witch Enchanter here. Gives me another land, but it also can blow up certain. Yeah, they can temporary protect, but if they do this first and then the protection, the order in which they did it meant that they couldn't. Fine. We'll take 4 here. Step here. 6, but now they're dead. Opponent's way too impatient. We're gonna get to draw a card, that's fine. We've taken a lot of damage this turn, but we'll also be able to gain a lot of life. So here we're going to destroy an artifact. So we're going to destroy the Esper Sentinel. We are going to attack in. We are going to blink our Lenda. We will get back a Witch Enchanter. So, stop on end step. We are going to draw a card and gain 4. So we do lose out on the token, but we get an extra card there. And we effectively gain the 8 life anyways. Vanishing Verse, Toxic Deluge, Blood Baron, Portable Hulls. We played this matchup quite a bit, so we are okay. So let's get rid of the Ghost Vacuums. We will get rid of a Ketchermos. Get rid of the Thought Seizes. And run it back. There is an option that we can keep Thoughtseize in. It does break up their combo a bit, which might be fine. So maybe we keep some Thoughtseize in. Probably over Viconia. Like 2 Thoughtseize. Don't hate seeing like 1 here or there. Yeah, we had a good curve. The thing is, if they played too aggressive. They let all their shields down. They had 3 protection effects. All they had to do was just not play into the protection. They could have flashed in, you had the first strike, could use that as a combat trick. There was ways they could have played around it where they weren't all in. They just got a little impatient. They're like, now I'm going for it, but if you go for it, you gotta kill me. You can't leave me like somewhat alive. Same combo, we have Fragment as well, which is nice. So Thoughtseize try to take like their Felia play. We have Deluge as well, but I can, or not their Felia, their Light Pause. Demonic Ruckus. Yo friend, can I take that? Light Pause, High Noon, Hushbringer. Hushbringer's annoying, but they don't have lines. So you can go away. Light Pause is the scariest. Opponent kept a sketchy hand. Whiff. Whiff. Okay, there's ours. So they could shut off the ETB, but I'll just fragment it. We're not giving him a card here. Do I care? We'll draw a card next turn, but... Here, you can have a card. Hey Nick Ducks, how's it going? Yeah, did you get any 7-0s? I saw you were playing this morning, or morning my time.
House Markov grows stronger.
A little too late on their part. We'll draw a card here, but we are pretty comfortably ahead. Yeah, for me it's actually... I would say High Noon would be a card I would bring in against them, as opposed to the other way around. Because they need to multi-spell. And with High Noon, like, they're not going to get to 5 mana. They just lock themselves out. 5-1. I think you were playing the Esper, or the Frog Vampire deck when I swung by. My dog was sick last night, so I slept on the couch with her, so I had various streams on at different times. But I was also half falling asleep. Okay, so we're at 4 wins, 5 packs. We upped some gold. Let's continue on. Six-1 overall at the list is pretty good. Is this another Auras? I mean, we got the combo, so. Sacrifice. They usually don't play Thoughtseize, so I think fine. Entrena, the end. Thanks for the sub. Double Witness is fine. I think Peddlering here is good. Try to take either Bombardment or a Johnny. You can go away. I'd prefer that. We'll take the damage here. Dispute here. They could go Bombardment here. Which I'd actually prefer. Because if they go Bombardment... They have the option to sack here. So I don't like Dollmaker because it doesn't do anything on turn 2. You have to play, like Croaky's was playing the Hopeless Nightmares to give you a curve to actually do something. Like in our case, if we look at the composition of this game, Dollmaker on 2 doesn't do anything. You have to already kind of be ahead. Felia can blink stuff at least. It has been okay in that regard. It also lets me proactively play it where I can like Felia on 2. That goes away, that's fine. They get amped. Get another one. I think in that case, 1 versus 2, but then that kind of still forces them to spend their turn playing that out, which I think is fine. Because like realistically here, they can only play one of these cards. They have another land. They either have to choose between Amped Raptor or this Bombardment. I've liked it as a 2-of. I wouldn't play more copies of it. And this doesn't work because you don't get it from hand. So this is a matchup where Stone of Erich is very good. You can play some Deluge, Portable Holes, Vanishing Verse. The Flute's interesting. We can name a Johnny. We can name Bombardment. Get rid of Thoughtseizes. Probably Ghost Vacuum. They don't rely too heavily on the graveyard, so I think we just trim like this. We'll play one Ketramos, one Emperor, kind of just play it in that case. There's a case for Blood Baron, but they sack what they do, so Vein Ripper's probably better here. They'll bring in likely Thoughtseize. They can do that. I think we're putting away a land. I'm just going to do this now because they have a lot of sack effects. And that represents, yeah, even the land shuts them off a bit. Amped Raptor here, hopefully not Bombardment. Marionette Apprentice is also kind of annoying. I guess I could have done this to try to hit their Bombardment this turn or in a Johnny. But their mana base seems slightly constrained. They did have to, I guess, 2 for 2. I think here it's more important to eat at their hand. Johnny twice. And I don't want them to have card advantage. Because they could have double blocked there, and me just eating at their hand or resetting their stuff with Portable Holes good. Take another Johnny here. Because then I can Bale Merc next turn. I also have the Vanishing Verse to get rid of the Marionette Apprentice. Trap Finder is annoying. But we did hit 2 Johnnies already, which is nice. Flying. This lion's doing overtime for them. Second Apprentice. I can give it flying. Probably should have taken Guide of Souls. Sense extra power they're getting on the board. Actually pretty good because now I can decide what I want to hit or just hit this from the sky. Get Sorin for next turn. So here they can like 3 for 1. there. Orphelia stays alive. We don't lose any life from that. This comes in, hopefully finds me a vampire. Beautiful. We get a Lenda. And then I can take out the Amped Raptor here. Or I can blow up one of these. We are curving out nicely, interacting nicely. The Ophelia, blow up their thing, works pretty nice. Want to hit me for 4? Lenda here. Faith's Feathers here. Might be worth probably just resetting Sorin. I can't eat at their graveyard, which is a bit annoying. But I can take them off a treasure. Probably just reset Sorin.
This wasn't my fight anyway.
Alright. Opponent's had enough. 5 wins. 5 wins. Sideboard package of Become the Control deck. 10 packs. Beauty, beauty, beauty. Really like this deck. It's got like powerful combo elements, it's got grind elements, you can become the control deck, you can become more aggressive. Hey Van's doing well, how about yourself? 5-0, trying to get that 7 winner. 7 winner chicken dinner. Another Luris deck. Oops, all Luris. Auras or Energy? Or Sack? Which Boros variant deck are you playing? Adonto Vanguard, hello. I appreciate it, Vans. That is a long time of support. Let's go with Konya or Nethergoyf. Probably Nethergoyf. So I can fragment this. Let me make them maybe pay 4 life. They could go Shard Mage here. Does get extra power. I think we do it on their turn because they could Shard Mage. Can they kill me? We didn't hit the combo. Play pause. Fragment. Protection. They can get haste here. I should have fatal pushed it. I needed the fragment for this. That was dumb. This could get a blocker out of the way. They get the haste. No vampires. Do this. We get Felia. Could just kill me though. We took a little bit of a gamble there. Could have obviously fragmented it on our turn. They ended up having the other spell, and that sheltered. All that glitters. 8. 6. We need a vampire. Give me a vampire. Give me a vampire. Jeez. We cannot find anything. See what else they have in hand. Just ethereal armor. Play the land. There you go. I don't really care about taking Peddler. Give me a sec, my wife just got home. I think we just take the block here. Flourish. Do they have the ruckus? So do need to deal with that. That was a free attack. Missed it again. Holy. We cannot find action. So we can either find a vampire, which we again don't. Pretty impressive. Dare I say. Couple options here. I can probably just Peddler again. We are 36 cards into our yard and haven't found a single vampire. This again. So here... we go Shard Mage here. Get Goyf back. Does this come into play tapped? Second Peddler. Finally. Holy, we were so many cards deep. Insane.
Depart Innistrad immediately, or you will taste my blade. Without
Faith's Feathers here.
stronger.
And then the thing is, they also have to attack in. So that my Elenda gets the effect. The Vanguard's a little bit of a stickier threat. Okay, same plan. We've done this a few times now. Trim a Ketchermos, trim the Graveyard Hate, trim Viconia, Vein Ripper, 2 cards to cut, trim 2 Thoughtseize. I play 3 Thoughtseize instead of the Ripper. I think on the play we do 3 Thoughtseize. Thoughtseize is just key. Like if you take out one of their big threats, the 2 life will often save you a lot more, either with a protection effect or just knowing what information's there is very helpful. On the play is going to be, or on the draw is going to be a little tricky. They are boarding. Good. Disruption, 3 pieces of removal, and a combo piece. Belia is also nice. We'll try to save Fragment for artifacts as well. Creatures entering or I think we're doing that. And I can Felia. Depending what they do, I can also fragment this. Equals fine. Do this. I have portable hole for this, so that's fine. I also have the ability just to blink it if we want. Do the combo here. I have Fragment available. We can give him a card draw, but it's not the end of the world. I do have my 5 power. This can help me hit a land as well, potentially. So Eater of Bones, if we hit a land, then I can just combo with Elenda that way. I did dilute their deck a bit. I can blink the needle. I'll get a card draw, but it kind of nullifies that. Don't hit land. Exile that. Juggernaut Peddler. But here we just Elenda. Fate's Feathers. Get him that way there. Hey, Hella. I did not. Originally I was supposed to, but work was very busy. I worked till well into the evening, and then just real life came up. Couldn't play in the qualifier playing. Figure we had today anyways, so this usually, like the playing qualifier is a lot more expensive to get into. We could do a couple more runs here. So 6 wins, 6 wins. See if we can get that 7. Black, white, good stuff. One more. One more. Own opponent. Find me somebody. This is going to be hard to find, like, the 7-win bracket. I think regardless of the outcome here, we will call the stream after this. I'm hungry. And these things take quite a while. Alright, found an opponent. Is it another Aura's deck? Actual negate. Do we see a companion? In deep. I think in the dark we put Witch Enchanter back. Mono G. This matchup can go either way. Try to take a Kiora here. Still take Kiora. Ooh, Goyf here is good. Goyf lets me wait another turn on the Peddler, which I like. I need to enable Revolt, so the way to do it. Flop on end step. Of course. Why not draw another Kiora?
Right into battle.
So we got Felia and we got Ghost Vacuum. Probably just getting this going. Kind of know with this Boseiju they can target my vacuum. Again, I know not gonna be a target here, but what do I do? Probably still gotta go face. Try to race them. The thing is, Kiora is going to start chaining them. I could get rid of Ripper, but I think Ripper's got more utility, especially since they have Boseiju. Because like Sorin to this is very powerful. Obviously you want to avoid a Storm the Festival. That can start being troublesome. Come on. I don't think they hit my Nether Goyf.
It warms my heartstone to see alliances old and new.
This is
People lie.
legendary creature.
Minds don't.
So I can also just eat at whatever they get in hand, which is nice. They can cast the One Ring.
Nature flows with vigor.
Super annoying. Again, I think with Kiora, it's just going to happen. Question being, do I prioritize just blinking my own stuff? I can blink this, get rid of Vein Ripper, but very aggressive decks. The Jeskai control decks can be a little tough, like anything with permission-based control. The black-white more hate-berry version of it. And then auras can kind of get you as well. Come on. Top deck, top deck. I'm due for a Sorin. Come on, give me a Sorin. They went Kiora, Karn, One Ring, Storm. And I needed to do that, but I couldn't really do it in response. Give me a Sorin. Silex here. Do that to draw a card.
One drop ripples and grows.
Hey, that's good, that's good. I can stop the activated ability, and I can get the Silex out of hand. I can do this, Faith's Feather here. Okay, so Sorin. Faith's Feather.
I guess you'll do.
Pack you. Blink you.
We must regroup and reconsider.
End step. Get rid of you. Get rid of Storm the Festival. Okay, that was a clean turn. They can still pop off, but I think we've done what we can this turn. Trailblazer draws them a card, makes them mana. Cards. Second Trailblazer. This is the problem. They're going to start chaining. They're very likely to find a Nykthos now. We needed to take Karn off though, because then they have access to Storm the Festival.
I love to make a splash.
Guess we could have taken the One Ring with the activated ability. But now they pop off here. Do play Elish Norn. We do need to be mindful of that. Sprawl. Lucernos. Could have access to 2 more. I guess my turn is plus on Felia. Try to Juggernaut Peddler the Karn out of their hand. I lose the Felia, but I gain some life. Hit them that way there. Being hampered on lands is kind of hurt. Draw. Try to. We've hit 2 Karns already. And they've milled over their Elish Norns. That's good. That hits 1 Karn. Now, I do want to gain some life. Question being, how do we do that? Equal to the life you gain this turn. So they can gain 4. Probably just this. Surprised they didn't blow up my Ghost Vacuum. Have to try just like that. don't really know what I can do at this point. Like, they have to kind of mill themselves out would potentially be the line. They got Nykthos. They go green. They have 15 mana. Cavalier. So Cavalier, like, they might just... Because this is drawing 3. We have to hope that they mill the Karn. Hit a Storm. Don't hit Karn, don't hit Karn, don't hit Karn, don't hit Karn, don't hit Karn. Trailblazers are fine, because it sees all of that. Just have to hope that they can't play out their turn. Or like, they could Storm. No! Okay, let's see if they have a Chroma's Memorial.
A tool is a weapon in the people lie. My machines don't.
Yep. Damn it. So, Vanishing Verse, Dampening Sphere, Disruptor Flute, Deluge can be okay, Surgical can be okay, Portable Hole, get rid of Vein Ripper. I think we get rid of... Okay, so we have a lot of cards here. Let's take a look at what we're doing. So Felia is probably not going to work. Emperor of Bones, probably not going to work. We want a lot of disruption. The Ghost Vacuums are actually bad because it gets hit. Overlord's fine. We have the combo elements. Ketramos can be a one of. Surgical's important at hitting stuff. We want all the early removal for their ramp package. Viconia, also pretty bad. The Emperor's fine because it gives us another angle. Petramos can draw us cards in the grindier matchups. Flutes for Karn. Probably Goyf comes out. 3 cuts. 3 cuts. Probably Emperor of Bones. I want all these cards. Just like, how much are we relying on the combo versus just being able to outdraw them? No, we probably want Ketramos. Ah, fuck. 6-2. I don't know. We'll see. Right out. I want all these cards in there. Ah, that one was so close. So close. The Fragment will be nice because we can hit on curve like their 1 mana play, which is important. I think their 2 doesn't matter as much as hitting their 3. And we whiff. We would have hit Urborg, so at least it's a glut of stuff we didn't want. And that. Half the combo in hand, we just gotta find the other half. Storm. That out faster. We did hit Witch Enchanter. Do this. Give me a Sorin. Give me a Sorin. Probably gonna have to hit this out of their hand. Scary. They can also hit like a Trailblazer there. Getting close to just hard cast Alenda. Norn as well. They play that. That's 4, 7. They kind of go off. I can't beat Hellish Norn. Why are those your last 2 cards? What do I have? I hope they whiff. Alenda could save me from a lot of stuff where I don't think the other stuff can. Hey Robert, how's it going? They've drawn very, very well. The fact they've had like just chaining together the right stuff each time. That's fine. I guess they draw 2, but give me a Sorin, please. Give me a Sorin. Come on. All right, I think our luck has run out. Thank you for the sub. Opponent had the double Storm the Festival, and they hit the Hellish Norn. Come on! So lucky. So lucky. They played 2 of Hellish Norn. They had it. We milled over nothing. Now they're just gonna go off. I can't beat this. Alright, 6-1. 6-1. An annoying way. An annoying way to go. Still. 20 packs. I was until we got rickety wrecked. But I think all in all good. I'm going to wrap it up, folks. The deck list is up on Untapped if you're interested.